Okay, we're here. I got more crazed. Oh, these are feral ghouls this time.
Be the man I once was, but I can still be shaken.
Okay, residential, but the marker's pointing that way.
Oh, it's really great to be here. Thank you very much.
Get some dig guy in there. Okay. I don't know what it is about my game, but, oh, hello! Skeletons always seem to move on their own, so... Yay! Hello. In the face. Ah, Rodney. Seriously?
Thank you very much. You've been a great owner.
Barber. Barber. Hello, Barber. I'm gonna blow your legs off.
There's two reasons here. Survival and meat. We need meat.
Go. Ooh. We get our farm. And a ghoul. Hello. You have no head. I took your head. You got a friend. Friend is very mean.
Oh, it's really great to be here. Thank you very much.
Okay. Any notes in here? Nope. Nope, 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 nope. No notes. Notesing no. Hello. Sorry.
Some muddy water.
And my arm is broken, and I have radiation, and there's more ghouls. Oh, I did not see the glowing one standing right in front of me. Unlocking random doors. Breaking the mod. Going to places I'm not supposed to be at just yet. Hello.
Wash my hands in muddy water.
Oh. I've never seen a ghoul like that. One of the darked ones with the actual clothes on still. Hey. Okay. Okay, let's get back on track. I have a feeling this is how I'm going to play Fallout 76. Just
I need a password.
okay, so I need to find another key magically. There's a
Terminal's got this locked.
let us. Let's go back to where those guys were. That might be where the key is. I think they're down this way. And we have a computer. Okay, private chat logs. Cross, what time do you call this, buddy? I know, I went and got a quick haircut while the barber was free, a whole 30 minutes just for that. What? I need to look good for my match, don't I? Well, we all have bets going on, so you do us proud, lad. No pressure, right? Aye, you'll be fine. There's no chance an egghead from the clinic is any match for one of our security boys. I'm not so sure. I mean, have you seen Daniel Clark? That guy is way too ripped for a nerd. He really isn't my type, to be honest. Funny. Hey, can I be serious with you about something? It's about how I've been at work now for a full hour, and all I've done is use Vault Chat. Sorry, go ahead, talk to me. You ever get the impression that the Overseer's a little stupid? Adams, that's an awful way to talk about our dumber than a bag of hammers Overseer. Haha, Cross. I'm serious, and not even him. I mean, look at who he replaced. You mean the Overseer who got himself crushed to death by his own falling cabinet? After trying to hide inside it, it just seems strange to me that the last two Overseers we've had have been completely brainless, yet Vault-Tec productively is as strong as ever. Shit always gets done. All departments are well taken care of. I think this might be a classic case of you overthinking like you always do. The Overseer really isn't as bad as you make him sound. Cross, were you ever at karaoke night last week? The man is so stupid he thought Johnny Cash was a pay toilet. Will you stop laughing? I can hear you from over here. Look, I think you just need to concentrate on your boxing skills and leave well enough alone. I guess, well, I really should do my rounds. Talk to you later. Adams has left the conversation. Okay. Okay. And we get some power armor and some stuff on a wall. Ooh, a bunch of fusion cores. Officer's terminal. 31-8-2120. Log opened. Morning rounds, no issues. Issued verbal warning to Ms. Decker, who was running through the hallway. Issued verbal warning to Mr. Pratt, who was seen littering in the atrium. Lunch break. Issued security baton to Officer Monroe. Issued security helmet to Officers Daniels. Collected security batons and helmets. Returned to storage. Evening rounds. Notified overseer of Dr. Clark's death. Wait, did I miss something? Escorted Dr. Clark from overseer's office. Escorted Dr. Clark to clinic. Okay, something happened. Okay, state of emergency. This is an emergency announcement. All available security personnel, your presence is required on floor 3, residential. This is an emergency announcement. It is now safe for all residents. Okay, this is that announcement about that one room that we came in from. It probably had all the...
Only opens with a key.
There's a key. Got gumdrops. Fragmented hard drive detected. Vault-Tec has detected a hard drive problem. Back up your files immediately to prevent information loss, and then contact the terminal manufacturer to determine if you need to repair or replace the disk. I keep doing that. Ugh. Got a key on you?
Love me.
How about your buddy over here? Oop.
Got it.
Hello.
Can't run away.
You've been a great owner.
A key. Anyone got a key here? No? Okay.
That's it.
You got a key? No? Okay. Looking for keys, always. Trying to find the keys. Hello, Mr. Skeleton, you have a key? Any keys in here? Class terminal. I decided to kick off History Month by teaching the children all about Massachusetts before the war. It seemed only fitting to talk about a place that they may never actually get to see in their own lifetime. Well, what's left of it anyway. One of my books mentioned a museum of witchcraft. How awesome does that sound? It's just a shame that the museum is probably nothing more than a burnt out husk by now. So this morning I had to calm down a classroom full of overly excited kids. They were more hyped up than that time the Nuka-Cola machine began rapidly ejecting Nuka-Cola all over the cafeteria. It would seem we have a new visitor in the early hours of our morning. All the emergency alarms sounded. One hell of an obnoxious wake-up call. Within moments, security personnel were everywhere. Funny, I didn't even realize we had that thing working. Security. I don't see our visitor personally, but I'm told he or she was escorted straight to the clinic. How on earth did the person breach the vault? More importantly, are we safe? move the mouse. There we go. I'm aware that I'm only supposed to be making notes here once a week, but I finished writing here. Weirdly therapeutic. We were informed this morning by the overseer himself, no less, that we are all safe. There is a pretty nasty hole in the wall of one of our storerooms, but the room itself has been completely sealed off. Moreover, reports have indicated that there are no lethal pathogens or radioactive particles in the environment. I got to see our guest this morning. He was escorted into the cafeteria by Dr. Whitaker. I'm genuinely surprised he was allowed to leave the clinic, if I'm being honest. In his current condition, the man looks half dead. He has the most awful burns and facial disfigurements. The doctor mentioned that Edward, our visitor's name, took a nasty fall that caused a leg fracture, but that he was already on the mend. What did he fall into? A volcano? Edward seems to be settling in quite well here. I had a nice chat with him this morning while he and the doctor were in the gym working on his rehabilitation. He has indeed suffered a pretty nasty break, but the doctor claims he is healing at an unprecedented rate. It's amusing seeing the doc this excited. After our conversation, I learned that the reason he looked the way he does is due to radiation exposure. I'm not sure what confuses me the most, that he's still alive, or that he claims to be over 100 years old. If what he says is true, I think it would be highly beneficial for him to come and give students a talk about life in America before the war. I've really taken a shine to our new guest, but then I'm thinking most of us have. Edward is lovely. Most evenings he regales us with his fascinating stories of the outside world and how he's lived. Apparently, he has a husband up on the surface, but says that they're more or less estranged. That's sad, but then I had noticed that he doesn't really seem to be in much of a hurry to get back topside. Looks like I may be in a spot of a trouble with the overseer. Right now it's 10 a.m. and I'm supposed to be over in the clinic getting my booster shots, but I'm refusing to go. They told us that the scan that were conducted after Edward's arrival showed no signs of contamination. The room itself has been sealed since. Why the booster? What's even in the booster? Dr. Whitaker himself told me he wasn't too sure, so I've refused. I've even suggested to the parents of my students not to take them either. Oop. And again, I keep doing that. Bottle caps. Folder.
Nice.
Ah, and she died. Teacher's last note. Nobody came. So far we've gathered that, oh! Nice. Ooh, teacher's note. Please remember that comic books in the classroom is a privilege, so I ask that all students return them to the magazine rack at the end of recess. Thank you. Okay. Okay, we got this guy over here. He got anything? How about you? Get a stim pack. Apparently you committed suicide. Okay. Clinic terminal. Sorry. I just kicked him across the room. Well, it's my first day on the job, and I've already been to the lavatory 5 times this morning. I really must relax. I just have to remember I'm a doctor in an underground vault where nobody has so much as the common cold. Honestly, how bad could this get? Miss Lewis has the worst case of hypochondria I have ever seen. She's convinced herself that the air filtration system is causing her breathing problems. It's quite simple. The more she panics, the more she hyperventilates. I've tried to explain this to her, and she shut me down and screaming. Stretching. Okay. She's on her way down to the overseer's office to make a formal complaint about me. Not bad for my first week. The overseer was kind enough to stop by the clinic this morning. He said he was merely doing the rounds, but I'm not a fool. He was checking in because Miss Lewis. On the bright side, the overseer seemed genuinely pleased with how we're running things. Take that, Miss Lewis. Well, this is something I've never thought I'd see in my lifetime. In the early hours of the morning, all of the alarms sound. I've never heard such a ruckus. Security staff were everywhere in minutes. Turns out someone from the outside managed to breach their way in here. Security brought me up to one of the storerooms to conduct some scans, and that's when I saw him. Well, I assumed it's a him. He's horribly disfigured. His skin has been ravaged by what I can only guess is radiation burns. We're currently prepping our new guest for surgery. Poor man is in such pain he passed out on his way to the clinic. He's taken quite a bad fall, which has resulted in a pretty bad broken leg. Weirdly, other than the bone that's clearly protruding out of his leg, the rest of his health seemed normal. Is this what's become of the rest of the human race? So our new guest, Edward, has been alert and responsive for a few days now, but his leg is healing at an unprecedented rate. When changing his bandages, I took note that the wound itself looked as if it were weeks old and not just a few days. Edward must have seen the look of surprise on my face, because he then proceeded to tell me that for decades he has never been sick, and whenever he injures himself, it took no time at all to heal. It appears there are pros and cons to gene damage. The scientists downstairs in the research have suddenly become very interested in our guest. They've requested all the data I have on him. I'm supposed to bring the data and Edward down to research this evening so they can run some tests of their own. I ran the request by Edward himself, and he agreed. He is too accommodating. I'm going to keep my eye on him while he's down there. Something doesn't feel right. The Overseer has informed me that we have to start administering the mandatory inoculations tomorrow. We have to tell people it acts as a sort of booster for the body's immune system. I find this all very suspect. For one, the boys down in research aren't permitting me to run my own tests on the serum, and they won't provide me with any details on how it functions. I haven't even been here for a month yet, and I'm already thinking about going against the Overseer on this. Again. Sorry. Got anything good here? Doesn't look like it. Got someone locked up? Probably.
Sweet.
Hello. Ow. Okay. Still not finding this key card.
Yes.
It seems almost like we've explored this whole place. Oh. And then I immediately find a locked door.
That's it.
Nope, we were here. Though we did have some red dots on the radar. Somewhere. Did we not go up these stairs? We must have. Okay, let's go back to the clinic. See if we can find these other ghouls. I saw some on my radar when we were in the clinic. I'm not seeing them now, though. Okay, I hear someone. Okay, they're in the cafeteria. Yes.
Nice.
Okay. It's just going to open up into the hallway again, probably. Of course.
Got it.
Yep.
Yes.
Hello. Oop. Bad time to reload. Okay, any keys in here?
Well, looky here, boy.
Where did you come from?
I may not be the man I once was, but I can still
There's
shoot.
a red dot over here. Hello. Ow, ow.
Really good to smoke.
Lavatory. So the mod author did provide a little cheat sheet on where the keys were, but I'm trying to avoid looking at it. Okay, we're back at the cafeteria. The ghoul that is commenting about wearing the unusual outfit, there was a reason, because it is a custom ghoul and it's got the key. So, so let's go back and requires terminal, duh. Dink. Security message. Due to your current alert level, all elevators have been locked. Okay. And unlock. Okay. There we go. Elevator! Push the button. Bright lights.
Getting a little too familiar.